Hello, my name's Matt and welcome to the Pixel Vault from Mbit Casino. Now before we go any further, just do me a quick favour, just like and subscribe. You done it? Nice one. Some retro games are legendary, however, that's not always for the right reasons. Today we're diving into the worst reviewed retro games ever. Broken mechanics, horrible controls, design choices that just make you think, how the hell did this ever get made? Well, today we're going to ask, were they really that bad? Or does some deserve a second chance? Let's find out. So I think obviously we've got to start with E.T. on the Atari 2600. This was a game that was so bad, they literally buried it in the desert. They rushed this game through and made it in just 5 weeks, just so they could make a Christmas deadline. And I think it shows. It was a game full of record-breaking bugs and confusing mechanics. In short, E.T. was awful. Imagine being a kid in 1982 and opening up this on Christmas morning. Pure disappointment. Next up is Superman 64, aka the only game that can make something as wonderful as flying as Superman feel like a chore. This game forced you to fly through endless rings before it even let you fight any crime, and that was even if you made it to that stage without there being a glitch in the game first. Metropolis, more like Lagopolis. Who wrote that line? That makes me look like an idiot. The critics absolutely hated Superman. They criticised it for its awful controls and its repetitive missions. They went in on it, and do you know what? Who can blame them? Ever wondered what happens when you take a bad game and you add a Z-axis? Well, you get Bubsy 3D. This game bombed. The platforming was stiff, it had a level design that looked like it was a beta test, and the voice acting, well, just have a listen to this. Here's a question for you. What's worse than a bad game? About 52 bad games, all in one. We're talking, of course, about Action 52 for the NES, described as being an unlicensed, overpriced mess. We were promised 52 amazing games, but what we actually got was 52 unplayable, broken disasters. Fighting games were absolutely massive in the 1990s, but Rise of the Robots thought it could get away with fancy graphics and absolutely zero substance. This was a fighting game where AI barely fought back, movement was stiff, and you could only play as one character in single player mode. What kind of a game is this? A fighting game? Woo, that got my heart racing. What an intense battle scene that was. Now this one is perhaps a little bit contentious because some people absolutely love this game. I'm talking Shaq Fu. The strangest game I think I've ever played. You control the NBA superstar Shaquille O'Neal and you're basically taking him through another portal to another dimension, as you would with Shaq, but the gameplay, clunky, the controls, sluggish, the story, confusing. This one is wild. So here's the question, were they really the worst made video games of all time, or some of them victims of circumstance? Have your say, leave us a message below and perhaps tell us what you think is the worst game ever made. And in the meantime, do me a favour, just hit like and subscribe and we can bring you much more retro gaming content.